as a military person, can you get charged both in the civilian world and in the military world at the same time? Can you almost like double jeopardy?
Yeah, the technical answer is yes, you can. The reality is it doesn't happen very often. The military is an Article 3 federal court. And so the military justice system is a federal court. And so in a state court, you could be charged in state court and in federal court. The reality is it just doesn't happen very often. The typical scenario is someone's either on leave or out in town, and let's say they get into a fight out in town, and they get picked up by a local police department, and maybe they get arrested, taken into custody. The local police department can charge them, and they may face trial or face charges locally through the state. But typically, as you know, that doesn't happen very often, especially in military towns. If you're in Jacksonville, or if you're in Colleen, Texas, you're in Jacksonville, big military towns, what typically happens is they turn that over to the military, and the military takes action on it. So it's very rare that you're going to have charges in state court and in the military court, although technically it's allowed. It can happen. And there are even cases, there's one comes to mind, a very famous murder case where an accused was acquitted in the state side, and the military picked it up and they convicted him in the military. So that can happen, and it does happen. It's just fairly rare. Again, typically what happens is you get in trouble out in town, the military finds out. Oftentimes the Marines, and we were talking about this offline before we did the filming, that Marines, they're trying to keep the command from knowing that this happened actually, because oftentimes they get reports or a blotter report hits, and they'll get in trouble with the command, or the command will take it on. So it can happen, it's fairly rare that it happens. Typically the military takes jurisdiction over it.